Hey guys, we're about to cast the one and only, our very own, our special, our beloved, our very lovely Sythren Anar Anal versus Bash for the Washed Up League Group E Finals. Hyper Poggers, Zar 2 EDM, Mega Lol. Anyway, this is a pretty good game. Pretty good games. I believe it's best of 3. Orc versus Night Elf. I know Sythren has been practicing for this because he really wants to win. I'm gonna switch up the colors. We're just chilling in lobby. I think vetoes are done. What's up, Dragonborn? Oh, thanks for the follow, bro. So we'll see what map is first. Don't think it's Amazonia. I think they have to switch the map. I can do Rubik's Cube. I have to make sure the game doesn't. Other thing I should probably do. Oh, my Discord. No Discord noises. Ah, thanks. Got these special. Oh, are we getting a pass call? Can't call. Poggers. I
Hello,
passed.
buddy. I could probably join for at least one game.
Word. You're helping your brother move today?
I am.
Is it a good
Yeah,
move or a bad move?
it's a fine move. They're having their first kid in like 3 weeks, and they're gonna rent a place and live near her family for at least the first year, just to have like support network. So good times. The game is on. Do the intros?
Yeah, I mean, I already introduced Anal a little bit. I don't know if you know Bash. I've never played with Bash before, so I couldn't introduce properly.
Believe that he is a BladeMaster player, is what I've heard about Bash. In this age of Farseer Headhunter, some people are still cultured.
Yeah, that's really honorable. I wish I had the balls, but
And we see already, it is a BladeMaster build. Early
yeah.
barracks, no lumber, no war mill.
And then Sythren, I mean, we can't reveal his strategies, but he's been practicing hard. I don't know what he's gonna do. He could
Well,
try
I
some
mean,
weird stuff.
Bash isn't in the cast, right? So I can tell you what he's gonna do if you want the secret revealed
I mean,
for the world.
that would be exciting. I hope he's not in the cast.
Sythren has been practicing a relentless hyper-aggressive style where he masses dryads with a DH Naga and just he will never stay. After the first like 2 camps, he will be inside this orc's base or inside their face for the entire game.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty effective against.
Yep. And especially at this level of play, I think that kind of relentless aggression, it can throw your opponent off. It's a little bit like what I was telling you about the panda strategy. That's right, I'm going to bring up the panda. Because anything that puts your opponent off kilter and makes them outside their comfort zone is an inherent advantage at the low to mid skill levels where people are less experienced.
Perfect lightning shield creep.
Sick creeping. Is he going to get the deny though? Needs to move the archer. There we go. Look at this man. Mr. Clean. That's what they call him.
Do they call him that?
Well, I do now. On the other side, though, great Lightning Shield creep from Bash. No Wisp Dispel from Sythren, so choosing not to waste that first Wisp or use it to get a little bit of slowdown on his opponent. Scouts now, sees the Blade, knows what's coming, but the Blade also fully crept the camp level 2. One thing you'll see about Sythren that's unique to him compared to a lot of other elf players, he likes to finish the whole camp on this map. He believes the little bit of extra EXP you get can somehow come up big if he manages to get a unit kill, get level 3. We'll see if that comes into play.
Interesting. So other people leave the priest
That's right.
for the second hero.
It's Circlet Mantle for the Orc player. Decent items. Gloves, Cloak for the Elf. These are pretty rough. I'd say he got arguably the 2 worst drops for what he wants to do.
Double cloaks.
Oh, I mean, you know, sometimes you gamble and lose. But, on the other hand, got Bash creeping up. Gauntlets of Ogre Strength, just getting stronger on this blade. He bought the cells before leaving across, which means he's going to be perfectly healthy now to go into these mid-game tussles. Is he going to try and snipe the kobolds, or is he going for creepjacks?
I would be
And we
going
see
for
immediate.
creepjacks at the time.
Yeah, I think that's correct. I think that's the right play. But he's too late. He sees that the creeps are done, and now he has no idea where the elf is on the map. So this is a minor advantage for Sythren at this point in time. As long as he can get to level 3 on the Demon Hunter, that's really good for the strategy he's going for. Bash, on the other hand, wants to snipe the item from the bottom left.
That might be a bit greedy, depending on what Sythren does. Sythren is just going to go for the other item.
Huge pickup here from Bash. Manages to get the Boots of Quell for last +6, a god tier item. More importantly, he's going to finish the whole camp uncontested, level 3 straight away on the BladeMaster. Forest Troll Berserker as well, the best possible unit against the unit composition that Sythren is going for. And Sythren had no scout on the map. He's doing the same thing that he would tell the players in the GNL never to do, which is blindly go for a creepjack. He's just wasted a full minute and a half doing nothing on the entire map. Half a level behind, a big item behind. Yeah, he needs to take some of his own advice. He would always tell the elf players in the GNL, don't go for a blind creepjack, because if you don't get it, you've just lost the game.
That's good advice. But
Still,
we're at the Sythren timing. BladeMaster is low, trying to get some wisps.
Does manage to pick up a free grunt in the middle of the map, and now he's going to be able to apply pressure with this decent archer count. 5 archers, no archer range coming, no double lures coming behind it, only just now starting the first lure. But can he get anything done with this archer pressure?
This is always a tricky situation, because you're not going to be able to get your war mill up. Oh. The BladeMaster going for free.
I mean, the BladeMaster is going to deal a lot of damage here with his Boots with Quell for last, but in exchange for losing these archers, he forces a healing potion, he kills a burrow, which prevents any units from being able to be produced, and a grunt went down as well. So, decent trades here for Sythren. He just needs to get out without losing his hero. Oh, the Naga's going to go down.
Not too bad. It's a quick revival time, but say the XP lost be kind of huge. That was 7 or 8 archers plus a level 1 hero. BladeMaster is level 4 after this guy gets.
And behind this, Sythren forgot to macro, so there's no double lures finished, no shop up either. Just this Demon Hunter running around. Will we see a Mana Potion Hex kill onto the DH? Could have won the game there, but Bash not going to go for the greedy play. I think people often don't think about that when you're playing around an orc in their base and you're playing on these low hit point numbers. Players like Hitman, you'll see it quite regularly. They'll make an on-the-spot decision, spend that 150 gold, grab a mana potion, instant hex, and then you're dead. And it's basically game over.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this was luck, but the Boots of Quetzalcoatl's definitely made a big impact in being able to finish that game.
Definitely not luck in this case. Level 4 blade, level 2 critical strike. Just poor scouting from Sythren. He went to the top left with his Demon Hunter to go for a creepjack. very few wisps out on the map. The blind creepjack almost never works out. And now the Demon Hunter, Hex, could be surrounded.
Bit of trouble.
This fight's not going to go well for Sythren. He doesn't have the critical mass needed because of his lore timings, because of the macro. Only just now trying to spend his 700 gold that he's sitting on. Those lures finally producing dryads. He can actually get a strong army composition here, but the timings are all going to be off.
A player's forces are under attack.
So, I mean, level 4 Blade Master, not insignificant. Quite a reasonable army. Spirit Link is going to make it hard to focus. Team Hunter, one more unit for level 3.
It's only 29 supply for Sythren. He's taking fights out on the map before he's been able to macro it all, and I think he's just going to lose everything here. Double healing potion, so he spent all of his gold onto items instead of units, and there's just nothing to back up this push. Every hit is being controlled by the Spirit Link.
A player's forces are under attack.
I think that Bash is running away with this game right now. Deep diving for this Raider. He wants level 3. Gets level 3 on the Demon Hunter. Big pickup. Gonna have to burn the town portal. Doesn't burn the town portal. And now, I don't know, I think as this next Raider pops out, we might be seeing Sythren basically put into a chokehold here. He can't get the critical mass he needs.
Ooh, the buyback, that's expensive.
Very expensive for Tavern Revive.
But not much else to do.
It does have to spell for the Spirit Link if he chooses to use it. Good focus fire. Trying to get down these Raider count. Just lowering as much as he can.
Surprisingly a good trade.
TP, multiple Dryads killed, all that health lost on the Naga. No way to heal up the Demon Hunter now either, as Moonwells are dry. All of this comes back down to the decision of Sythren to try and go for those blind creepjacks in the early game. Wasted. Essentially is the equivalent of if you take your hands off the keyboard for 2 minutes, which is a point we try to get across to the players in the GNL, that if you don't know where your opponent is, every time you try and go for a blind creepjack, you are just gambling the game.
Do you think he should have just taken this creep camp when he didn't see it there? Or do you think that
That's
was...
exactly right. If you don't know how to make the high efficiency play, you need to make a low efficiency play, because gambling that you're going to somehow get lucky and make it, if it doesn't happen, you get nothing.
4 Dryads versus a full Orc army.
Yeah, the Orc army is just too overwhelming at this point. There's going to be Spirit Link, too much control. I don't believe that Sythren's going to be capable of winning this fight. And now as he runs away, this Raider's going to catch up. Should be coming off cooldown for Ensnare in a second. Will he go for the hero? Yes. Ensnare onto the Naga Sea Witch. No Hex burned, so saving the mana on the Shadow Hunter is just about to be level 3. And that's GG.
2. See what Sythren changes up. Will he stick with the same strategy?
Game name is Bash 2.
Nothing quite like I feel like losing the first game, it always motivates me, you know? I don't know.
It's a rough one.
I feel
We
like
can come back
the
from this
loser
one.
has the advantage psychologically. Personally. But someone like Sythren with an indomitable will.
He he's certainly a unique individual.
Sythren says, I'm gonna get dumpstered by Bash, boys. Don't root too hard.
Well, looks like there's a 1-minute break from Bash, probably using the restroom between matches. We prepare to go into the grand finale of this group. 1-0 advantage to the Orc legend, Mr. Bash.
$10 on the line. The winner gets $20. The loser gets $10. Some pride on the line. Some pride on the line.
I think both players have been preparing a lot for this match as well. So, we'll have to see. The next pick is Sythren's map pick. Maybe he'll be able to get his strategy to work a little bit better here.
What are the chances that Sythren does the panda?
I think it's approaching 0%. Approaching. Not quite, but close. He's not a man who likes to wild card it too hard. Though he did go for the panda opening in the semifinals match, I believe. Or maybe it was against Seek in the regular season. But he busted out the panda on Tide Hunters. Panda Demon Hunter was how he played it.
All right. Game 2. Tyrannus stand? What do you think about Tyrannus stand in the Night Elf versus? Who do you
I
think
think
is
if you play
favored?
Keeper, it's Orc favored if you're like a heavy Keeper player. But I think that it's probably the best map for Demon Hunter. And
Yeah.
that makes it's a little bit Elf favored if you're playing Demon Hunter. But maybe. It's an interesting one. For a long time, it was considered a default loss by Orc players against Elf because of the free levels and access to mercs. And then I think the Orc players started to turn it around when they truly figured out this Keeper meta because the Keeper was so dominant. Last time I asked Hitman, he also said he felt this map against Keeper was good for Orc.
Hmm.
But we'll have to see.
Okay,
I
so
think
no
Sythren's going to be playing that DH.
barracks this time. I'm gonna either see
Fast shop, baby. It's going to be fast shop, speed
fast
scroll
shot.
across the map.
Or maybe he'll do
For
fire.
sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So we will be seeing an attempt to steal the creeps on the bottom side. We'll have to see how Sythren actually managed to do it. Ideally, you want to take the level 5 wizard before the Blade Master gets there. You can fight over the rest, but as long as you get the big consumable, you're in a pretty good spot. It all comes down to how much you can do with this peon. The scout peon is a big deal on this map. You can slow down your opponent. You can block the archer. You can do all kinds of things.
Scout peon does a noble job.
Already we see that the building placement for Bash gives him a very, very slight advantage for heroes. This will also come down to whether or not the Demon Hunter is correctly rallied out of Sythren's base, as he's chosen to put his Moonwells in a very awkward location. Oh no, he's failed the Lightning Shield. This almost ensures that we're going to see massive... Oh, this is disastrous now for Sythren. Didn't eat a tree, failed the Lightning Shield. archer even going to go down by the looks of it?
BladeMaster will probably be here before this wizard dies.
Oh, creep steals.
Very low Ancient of
He
War.
knows the blade is here. So he knows the blade is here. Grabs the Shadow Priest. Not sure what's going on.
A lot of XP to give up,
Oh.
with the Ancient of War included.
Yeah, you can't lose this AOW, which he might just do here. It's not the end of the world on this map to lose your AOW, but he does need to tech. He needs to tech behind this right now.
A player's
No
forces
more
are under
Windwalks left,
attack.
and actually this is okay for Sythren. He should be able to get the Renegade Wizard now. Should be able to take control of this game a little bit. He is teching finally. It's a half a tech behind his Orc opponent who went for a no racks opening. And we'll get level 2 as well off of the peon. So from here, you can take control of the game as Night Elf.
Yeah, that certainly could have gone worse. I mean, I was
Player's forces
anticipating
are
that blade
under
taking,
siege.
walking away with everything.
Blade though, had enough mana, goes for the Windwalk, should be able to pick off the Shadow Priest, although there's a lot of moon juice around here. Sythren, no micro so far onto the Shadow Priest, just tanking next to the Moonwells, healing himself. Buying time, one Windwalk, will we see it? Windwalk is used, goes for the DH. Okay, critical mistake there, I think he could have got that Shadow Priest for sure. And now he's out of mana, out of clarity. He's Demon Hunter free to creep. Tech is so delayed though for Sythren.
Orc Tier 2 is about to complete. We're probably going to see some buildings go down. Shadow Hunter.
Is Shadow Hunter, Bestiary. Probably going to see double
A player's
Bestiary, I would
forces are
expect.
under
Sythren's
attack.
still choosing not to go out on the map. Giving up a lot of good creep camps in the middle as the claws of attack go straight to the Blade, who is now +7. Immediately a very scary unit. Will Sythren start this camp? No, he sees the Blade, gets the burn off. That's a crucial burn. No more control from Windwalk, but he's not choosing to heal the Demon Hunter. Needs to micro these Shadow Priests. And now, as we get closer to the Shadow Hunter timing, this is the timing. The Orc player wants to get the Demon Hunter low as the Shadow Hunter pops out. Sythren, maybe not taking the bait. Naga should come out in just a second.
A player's forces are under attack.
For tier 2, we're seeing the macro. What is the macro choice here from Sythren? Spends the gold, gets a panda?
Oh, we are.
Oh.
We ended up seeing the panda. More
That is,
unconventional style, but
This is not the strategy I was expecting. He's building wisps back at his base, not immediately going into lures. And going for Creepjack. Which is immediately going to result in him having to TP, I think.
the Orc is tanking. Ooh, that Hex. Yep.
Steals 1 creep, damages a grunt, but yeah, definitely not worth it for
Forces are
Sythren.
under attack.
Taking tier 3, it is bears. It's a DH Panda Bears.
Peter Walker on the other side. Bash is going to probably creep up his Shadow Hunter as a standard and move his
I
blade to
mean-
the other side of the map.
Sythren is running back across the map. Like, you can't fight this. You must know that you can't fight this. You have no units. You have no tech. You have... What is happening?
He has mercenary camps.
This is suicidal right here. This is honestly, this feels like he's a bit tilted from the first game and is just wants to lose. I don't understand.
Oh! Bad timing by Bash. Creep camp started. On a fight initiate. Grunts are tanking
Yep.
creep hits.
he hits a perfect timing here and is actually making this what is relatively not a sound strategic decision work very well. And we'll get a free grunt. Like this could not have. There's no way that you would ever expect this to go like it did. More scroll even burnt. 240 gold. How much you could sell that item for now with the changes. And all of the salves are used. The shop is dead. The entire army of Bash is unable to be healed at this point.
Yeah, this is a really rough place to be in for the orc.
I gotta say, this makes he made it happen. I think that the attack timing to go across the map with no TP and a level 1 panda was suicidal, but I guess he gets completely caught out. And now he can creep. Choosing to creep possibly the worst camp on the map, full of poison damage. But after that, you know, he's got a lot of camps inside of his main area here. He's got bears for rejuve. Should be able to pick up that orb. No shop yet for Sythren, so actually can't pick up that orb.
Like Bash is going to stay tier 2 for quite some time. Shop is back up. He'll probably get over there and heal, salve everything. Gonna see 3/3 Demon Hunter Panda soon.
Yeah, when this panda hits level 3, it's quite a strong army. Breath of Fire has been buffed at level 2 and level 3, hitting approximately 1 more unit now than it used to. I think it went from, someone told me the math was 5.5 units at full damage to 6.4 units, give or take, at full damage. Which is not an insignificant buff. Panda will actually hit level 3 out of this camp as Sythren pulls away the Demon Hunter, just now remembering to build his shop, which means there's going to be no orb. Should sell this Roar Scroll as it's a completely useless item. Get a TP, get something going on. Maybe Sythren, not sure. Maybe he doesn't want to spend his gold. Oh, he gets a Scroll of Healing and an Invul instead, so gonna play it risky, gonna be out on the map without really anything. Can he get it done? 3/3. I think even without orb, this should be an okay fight for Sythren, as there's only 2 Spirit Walkers in this army, and a lot of Spirit Link being used, which reduces the amount of the spell. But immediately as I say that, Sythren turns around, he doesn't want to fight.
He might be going to check Expo, or just take creeps that side of the map, anticipate creeping pattern, but he would be wrong.
This is a very scary looking Night Elf army now. Good items being picked up. What will we get here? If this is a 3rd Roar Scroll, oh, it's a Potion of Greater Mana. Come on, baby. Come on, swap your items around. Don't leave it on the ground. If this was against Hitman, that thing would have been picked up by a BladeMaster 10 seconds ago. Illusions being created onto the Kodo Beasts from Bash. Brilliant idea. Little does he know Sythren likes to run around without a TP, so if Bash goes for the attack onto Sythren's main... Oh, this is a really dicey situation.
Might be heading to buy a TP. Well, yeah. It's gonna be a juicy fight.
Both players approximately the same power level right now, as it is 50 versus 50. 54 for Sythren, choosing to break, building extra bears from his base. No Dryads in the army. Panda level 3 with that Greater Mana Potion. And maybe Sythren just wants to do some damage before TPing out. He's going to have all of these juicy Shadow Berserkers trapped in the back, though. Look at the damage from these bears against Raiders, man. It's absolutely incredible.
He probably
is going to go off.
Yeah, he probably anticipated more Dryads.
Big healing waves, though, counting for a lot. Forest Troll Berserker is dishing out damage. A lot of bears starting to get hurt, eating the Kodo, but I think Sythren might be doing it here. The damage output just incredible, even without the Night Elf Orb. Mana lost, no more mana, no more shop onto the Shadow Hunter, and the Breath of Fires just keep coming through. Will we see it? Will we see the Breath of Fire? Sythren, cast your spells. Got that potion. Bear buff coming into play as max rejuves occur. Everything for Bash is dying. I think Sythren is going to run away with this game. Manages to transfer the orb back over to the Demon Hunter, who's now actually able to deal damage. Rejuvenation keeping him up. 400 damage. Nice dispel. Second rejuve because the Bears have infinite mana. And
That was
Sythren does
real
it.
close. Did he even... He used that mana pot at the end. I was worried he'd forget about it.
Used it for that very last Breath of Fire. And I thought Sythren was suicidal. Turns out I'm a big noob. And Sythren knew exactly what he was doing when he walked across the map. With no TP, a level 2 Demon Hunter, and a level 1 Panda.
Yeah. I mean... I'm not going to call it luck, but it was really good time. Like, if that orc just waited 1 second to start the camp, it would have been a totally different fight.
I think we saw in that game that Sythren's weakness, and across the first game as well, seems to be the initial 6-7 minutes of the game. Trying to get down the mid-game fights against BladeMaster. Trying not to take too much damage, not to waste your town portal, not let them get a run away with the game with creeping. After the game goes on, Sythren's strength really starts to hit. He has a lot of game knowledge, a lot of understanding of what fights he can take, what he should be focusing on, what kind of tech he needs to get to. And you saw that in the final fight there. His micro was just superior to Bash's across the fight.
Game 3, this is going to be tense.
What's the game name?
The map will matter a lot, since it seems like both players are going to stick to their respective strategies.
Well, not sure what's happening. Haven't heard from either player yet.
We're probably taking a break. I mean, those some nail biter action. Getting water. Oh, Paz, you're such an excellent caster. He should really have you on the Back to Warcraft. The Oceanic Back to Warcraft.
Well, maybe I'll get a chance to cast the Oceanic Cup, which for those of you who are watching and don't know, I'll be running a small tournament with a minimum 20, maximum $100 prize pool just for Oceanic-based players. You can find it on the Zero Effort Discord. Come check it out. It's on May 16th, 2 p.m. AEST.
If you need anybody, Paz, of course, I'm gonna play on Oceanic Ping. I would play just to fill out numbers. You needed a last person.
I think it'll be okay. We're trying not to bother people from the other regions with this tournament, making it clear that all the games are on the Oceanic server. It's just intended to be a fun little thing. If 5 people show up, that's fun. I'm hoping to get like 10 or 15, maybe get a best of 5 finals on 20 ping between like Raven Draenor and Seiso or Daron and Moonglade. Like that's pretty sick, right? These players have never played each other on 20 ping.
Where's the Raven Draenor from? Is he from Oceania?
Yeah, he's from Melbourne.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's up there playing at his like 2100 MMR on 200 plus ping. The teacher of Hitman, as they say.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always really impressive to me when like oceanic players are at 200 ping and like Fire MMR.
Yeah, it's true. It is definitely an achievement. But then you
Yeah.
also have players like Infi who are playing on 200 ping on War 3 champions and rank, absurd. The Chinese players get a lot of respect from me when they come to the War 3 champion server and put their all in.
Yeah, I really wanted to interview Ravage Raynor because Rush told me that he mentored Hitman or something. Thought that was very.
Yeah, they've been friends for like 20 years back when Hitman was a giant noob at Warcraft 3 in the old days. And then he was a giant noob at StarCraft 2. And then he was better at StarCraft 2. And then he's so much better at Warcraft 3. It's been the evolution of a player. If you want to look at someone who grinded and did the work to achieve their status, Hitman. Just like Grinchy. Who is Grinchy gonna inspire? That's the real question. The entire community.
I mean, Grinchy's the one like posting every league and shit, man.
No
Amount
one
of
more
people
hype
he's
than the
gotten to
Grinchy
sign up for
main.
things. Okay, it's Bash 3. I'm gonna pour a drink. So if this starts, I'll just let.
Go for it.
Game 3, Bash versus Anar. Concealed Hill. I think Concealed Hill is a little favored for Night Elf, but it also I like at the end of the day, it's really the players' comfort level and what they're gonna play. So we're gonna see probably Blade Master. And
I think
what do you think Sythren's gonna play on this map?
Sythren will stick with what we've seen. Opening Demon Hunter, adapting from there based on the game state. He probably felt last game that his tech was too slow to go into Dryads, and so he went for Bears because it could carry him to the late game. But this map, it's a tricky one. It's an easy map to get a level 3 Keeper of the Grove, which definitely gives Night Elf a leg up in that early moments of the map. But as it drags on, with the healing fountains, it's incredibly good for that mid to late game orc composition. But very much a map that splits back and forward. They're going to stick to best of 3, making this the final map of the game. Black Phonics in the chat. I see you there. December Have saying he thinks it's a good Priestess of the Moon hunts map. It's definitely a good Priestess map. But not in this matchup. Bash needing a second before they get going. The hype for this final game is palpable. I know that Liam gets a little bit of Anar, gets a little bit of anxiety going, but I think we saw in that last game that he can power through if he just focuses, plays his own game. Bash, on the other hand,
Oh, we
has
haven't
some
started yet.
sick control. Not quite yet.
Yeah, Bash is a really solid player. Good timings. Good reaction.
Definitely looks.
Good
He
micro.
looks a lot like he's studied under the tutelage of Hitman. He reminds me a lot of Locker. Locker, also known as El Hitman or the Mexican Hitman. Will the game begin? That's the question.
Yeah, it's a shame that Flo knocked Lucker out. It seems like a couple people from that region have a lot of trouble with Flo, but I don't know. I know Davidson and I forget where David Spanish speaking.
Yeah, it's a tricky routing issue from my understanding. Hopefully they can sort it out.
So I know that or I'm aware. I'm a noob though. That Concealed Hill can be very good for night elves because of the healing fountains. You like some huntresses, push strategies, and roll the huntresses back to heal. Do you think Anar will go for like a hyper aggressive strategy? Stick to a standard DH.
I'd like to see him try something different as he can keep Bash guessing after the last two games were so different. But we are into the game now, and we see immediately it is Alter, standard build from both players. Alter, Burrow, no shenanigans, no TC first, no Panda first, most likely Demon Hunter Blade Master. I know that Bash loves the blade.
Yep.
And you know, that's okay.
I think it's pretty good against Night Elf.
So, fast barracks this time, so no fast shop, no instant harass, going to let his opponent creep. I suspect the creep camp route that we'll see from Bash will be taking the item or even the full camp from the orange. Then you run across the map and you take the opponent's shop, glitching out the High Priest so that it can't cast Inner Fire by using the Windwalk trick. That is what Hitman would do. That is what I'm expecting Bash to do. Demon Hunter Blade Master. The game continues on. We'll have to see what's going to happen. Scout Peon, one of the biggest changes in recent patches was that extra food that you get as an Orc player, allowing you to go to 21 supply. And here we go. Scout Peon, chop, chop, chop. Going to hit that archer. 7 to 8 damage. High roller.
Gapion can steal some creeps. It's no Acolyte, but
Yeah, it's tricky. DH pops out, takes the creep camps. Scout Wisp for the other side for Anar did see as well what Bash was doing, so perfectly aware of his opponent. In this case, the ideal play for the Night Elf is to take evasion, run down, and do the turtles for level 2 very quickly. But I think he's going to try and prioritize the Scout Peon.
Player's forces are under attack.
It won't quite give him level 2.
BladeMaster
now?
going for steal or to harass.
If it's Hitman, he's probably going to go for this glitched Forest Troll High Priest. Just like I said. Oh, am I Nostradamus or what? Come on. Come on. And meanwhile,
Oh.
again, just like game 2, we see Sythren, a little bit of indecision, but can make it here for the creep jack in time.
Very clean.
It's a very tricky situation. Without evasion, the Demon Hunter loses quite badly to the Blade Master. With evasion, the whole situation changes around, and the Demon Hunter can man mode just about
Player's
anything he
forces
wants.
are under attack.
Both players making the read to just creep. +2 intelligence tome dropped for Bash, or +1 rather. +3 Mantle of Intelligence dropped for Anar, so nobody's going to be happy with the items and the tomes they're getting so far. Will Sythren drop this mantle in order to heal, or does he realize? He is a smart boy. He realizes that he hasn't lost any mana, and so it's an irrelevant action. Creep Jack coming in. Ogre Mauler already halfway dead. Blade Master. There's dust available at the shop now. Buys the dust, uses it, instant mana burn onto the Blade Master. Needs to micro these archers. Can't let him get too low. One archer goes down. 2 archers are going to go down here as the archers are standing too close to the creeps. Still though, 2 archers. Chip can get this grunt.
Might be able to deny it or save it.
Nice save. Sytren's the kind of player who might right-click all the way to his opponent's base to try and deny that. Oh, can he get the self-cancel? No. But he's going to get the grunt. So the grunt did turn around, and now the grunt is forced to suicide. That's a huge pick-off. Blade Master, on the other hand, is going to use this time to come back and finish off the Ogre Mauler, get the item from the shop. Very clean play from both players, maximizing the advantage that they get from these little skirmishes. I like the position from Bash here. Panda second again. You know what? Sythren with this Panda timing is a lot earlier than last game. He can take creep camps or cancel the bestiary.
This would be huge. Interrupts
Absolutely
the whole
enormous.
flow.
Blade on the other side of the map, insta-cancel on this bestiary. And now, even potentially going to try and take down one of these burrows. Breath of Fire, maybe skilled. He's just hitting this burrow with everything.
Looks like Breath of Fire might take it. Yeah, look at that. Oh, big.
In exchange, though, he is going to lose 2 archers, which is a huge pickoff. Sythren behind this, not teching, not macroing, no production buildings going down. So even though he slows this bestiary, it doesn't really matter. Too focused on the micro, unfortunately.
Shadowhunter's out with Hex.
Hex tier 3 into double lore. Hopefully builds a shop a little bit earlier this time. Still with no burrows, no bestiary. Bash is going to be forced into creeping with his Blade Master as he needs the extra DPS. Once again, Sythren is playing for the late game. Unfortunately for him, compared to the old turn a stand, this map is an absolute nightmare to creep on if you do not have 6 archers or 5 archers. And now it's a level 3 blade. Oh, I think we're about to see this game get very rough for Sythren. This blade is going to get on top of things. He's going to deal so much damage.
Yeah, he'll just be able to follow them around. He's got another sentry ward to place. Make sure that doesn't sneak in. Oh,
Panda might die here. Actually, I think the Panda's dead. Guaranteed.
wow.
Panda dead. Archer going to go down if it gets ensnared as well.
Last hit.
PH dancing around this last hit. Oh, Sythren, very nice play. Gets both the last hits actually by baiting and hitting a different creep. Oh, who's going to get the last hit? And Blade does get it. This is part of the problem that's happened here for Sythren. He has no units. He sacrificed all of his archers for those building cancels. And now Bash is comfortably getting up to what he needs. Killed the Panda even. Sythren really wants to take this game late with the Bears.
Panda's back. Losing a level 1 hero is rough. But
Almost level 3 Shadow Hunter now.
comes back pretty quickly. He doesn't have much to do this camp, but he has to do something.
Taking a big risk if he goes for this camp now, as the level 3 Blade Master should know exactly where Sythren's going to be. And he does. No, the Blade's going the wrong way. Might just get this camp for free. Wow, this is a huge pickup here for Sythren. Potion of Greater Mana once again. Now the Blade is inside his base, just trying to look for what he can pick, and he's not going to be able to pick anything. Sythren should actually use a Breath of Fire or the Reveal here. So close to level 3 on this Demon Hunter. Desperately needs one more camp. Meanwhile, the army from Bash is reaching its peak potential. 3/3, 48 supply. Double Walker who have a ton of mana. Sythren just picks up the orb, still has the TP. Master Bear research is finished.
Would be
It's
a
gonna be a
bad
creep
time
roll.
to start this.
It's gonna be a
camp.
creep jack.
A player's forces
But I think
are
Sythren actually needs to do this. Even if he gets creep jack and uses his TP, he needs level 3 on this Demon Hunter. Please bring the Demon Hunter into the battle here. He's literally 5 EXP away from level 3. Okay, so he's choosing purposefully not to get a level 3 Demon Hunter. Which is actually going to tilt me off the face of the planet Earth.
But will it tilt you more than me playing Panda yesterday?
One bear gets ensnared. Will it be eaten? Oh, it does get eaten before he manages to TP away. You know, one bear was always going to get eaten. The TP was used. I feel like it's not the worst situation, as he now has vision of the Orc army, knows where it's at, and can plan accordingly. Sythren just wants to macro, building 2 bears behind this. Going to get up to 5 bear
player's
count.
forces
Creep jack.
are under attack.
Maybe Bash has forgotten that he's given away vision of what's happening here. As he runs into the creep camp.
He does have the health fountain advantage.
This is the orc problem on this map, is that health fountain is so valuable for them. Speed scroll, gonna get him out of dodge. Level 3 on the Demon Hunter is reached, and now instantly 2 units go down. Great choice from Sythren here, coming in for this perfect creep jack. Can he keep it going? That's the question. Another grunt dead. That was a crit from this Panda, who does not even have Drunken Haze. Just going to keep casting Breath of Fire. 2 bears eaten now. 3 bears about to be eaten. This is one problem with this fight, the way that it goes on. Sythren is just right-clicked all the way in, chasing. Going to sacrifice 2 bears on the back end as he right-clicks onto this Kodo Beast. Does have a Staff of Preservation. Could use it.
Are under attack.
Thus far, no staff is being used, just right-clicking. Demon Hunter getting low. Needs to transfer this staff. Needs to get the rejuve off. Oh!
Close.
Rejuve and staff. The spell comes too late. But there's going to be an ensnare. That's a dead full hit point bear coming your way. Ensnares the low hit point bear. Bit of a mistake there from Bash. But still, Bash for 53 supply. 3 bears eaten inside these Kodos. 2 of them did die, I believe.
Looking
So,
pretty strong for Bash, say. I mean, we do have the Demon Hunters back in action. Well juiced up. To contest this camp again if it gets started.
good thing here for Sythren is that there is no mana for Bash. The mana count is incredibly low, which means the rejuves onto this Demon Hunter will reign supreme. No Dispel. Oh, he uses the Invul too early, which means he misses the effect of that rejuvenation. Finally, level 3 on the Panda is achieved. Double
Panda's a
Staff
bit
of
low.
Preservation. Needs to pres one of the heroes, the other one needs to run.
Ooh,
Will we see the evasion?
speed car.
And these bears are all just getting eaten. But bears still being rallied out. A lot of rejuve, a lot of health, a lot of mana. Level 3 panda. So many freaking Kodos now. 4 Kodos, 57 supply. Sythren, almost his entire army eaten inside Kodos. 12 supply sitting inside Kodos. 1 bear running here. Willie Prezit saves the 1 bear. The other bear, Breath of Fire, could start killing everything here.
Oh, the Blade Master took quite a bit of damage.
Second preservation. Will we see this bear save? No, no preservation. But with the Breath of Fires layered over the top. Healing fountain. Needs to wake these creeps up. Can't let the orc army heal for free at the fountain. Breath of Fire available in 3 seconds. Will he use it? Wake the creeps up, Sythren. Okay, chooses not to wake the creeps up. Gonna let the orc army heal for free. Gonna lose his entire army, unfortunately.
That's a big pickup.
Some very crucial mistakes here being made from Sythren, unfortunately. Could have woken these creeps up a lot earlier. Now, I think that there's just too many Kodos that they're about to eat all of these bears. The Demon Hunter will go down, and Snare lasts too long. Just the army from Sythren is melting.
Finally, some
Fine.
Dryads, but maybe a bit late.
Decent damage. He's picking off all of these raiders. The creeps are now attacking Sythren's units. The creeps don't know what they're doing. Could we see the Shadow Hunter go down? If we get a crit here, he uses this Breath of Fire, Mana Potion. No, level up, heal wave. Now there's literally no units left for Sythren. Windwalk available in 5 seconds.
A player's forces
This
are
is just
under
a messy
attack.
fight from both players. Chaos. And out of this chaos, actually, the opportunity for Sythren to come back into this game does exist.
He's got Moonwells. Demon Hunter should be up, 60 seconds. Bash is going to go back. Finally get mana. Clarity Ponce, Mana Ponce, whatever he needs. Got Raiders coming. Expo attempt.
Expansion is going to be very slow as it's still tier 2 for the Orc player. And Sythren's going to scout with the Wisp and see that there's no expansion up. I think it's just long distance mining for extra gold.
Oh, wow.
But Mr. Anar and Bear here really just needs to chill and creep the map. Get the Demon Hunter out. Does he have any bears left in the Kodos? No, so he doesn't know. He doesn't have vision of this.
Bash really wants this creep.
This creep camp has been the entire game so far. And it continues to be the game. Bash finally picks it up. Oh my god, he gets the god tier item, the greatest item you could possibly get in this game. It is the Scourge Bone Chimes. Orc players dream of getting this item, and now he gets to heal his whole army for free at the fountain. As Sythren tries to take the opposing fountain. This is a good play. I think he'll have to give up the red in the middle, which could mean a level 5 BladeMaster. It could mean claws plus 15, claws plus 12, on top of the claws plus 9 he already has. But it is what it is.
Yeah. No orb on the BladeMaster still. I don't know if that's intentional. I do think that as heroes level up, the Demon Hunter and the Panda can scale better than the BladeMaster and Shadow Hunter. But
Absolutely.
it also comes down to items. Micro, having an orb here with
Sythren picks up the Rune Bracers, which is an instant sell. He should be building Moonwells right now. He is building a Moonwell to break his supply. I think, the fact that Bash is going tier 3 means he wants to take this game late, and I'm not so sure about that, but we'll see. Oh my god, Bash is going to trade out, doing his shop instead of the red. This is huge! Still, pretty terrible items for Sythren all around.
a Medallion of Courage for that Breath of Fire.
It's just so mediocre compared to some of the auras you can get in this situation. Sythren really needs to sell this rune bracers, build up a big army. Doesn't need this item that is now worth full on 240 gold.
Are under attack.
But we see big mana burn. Demon Hunter standing up front with the healing potion, Breath of Fire layered over top. Big damage, but DH forced into that healing potion already. Is there enough ensnare? Preservation? Preservation is used, the Demon Hunter lives. And this army from Sythren is looking real scary.
Kill the Kodos.
The Kodos are
Get
the
in
downside to this army.
Kill the Hippos.
With the Breath of Fire, DH coming back. DH did not heal up fully before coming back. The Panda's doing work, man. I don't know, this is tricky. I think that maybe Bash has it as he has eaten all of the bears. BladeMaster getting low. Is he gonna go down?
Oh, he's low on the
BladeMaster
healing
crit.
wave. Wait, did the Panda
BladeMaster
just
gets crit?
did the Panda just crit the BladeMaster?
Yes, he crit the BladeMaster to death. Will we see Breath of Fire is being used to counter everything out? Unfortunately, the one Kodo he does manage to pick up has no bears inside of it. And Bash is going to be forced to the tavern reviving his BladeMaster. But as he picks off all of these Kodos, the army for Sythren is going to start looking real scary as it's 51 supply against 40. All of that supply is sitting inside these Kodo beasts.
Big
One
mana
by
burn.
one, they're going to... Come on, let's see the Breath of Fires. That's what I want to see. So much mana.
Ah, that level 5 Panda.
Sythren does it. He takes it out.
Ah, I
in a
can't believe
crazy
he brought
game.
it back.
As I said, the longer the game goes on, the better it is for Sythren. That's where his game knowledge and understanding of the matchup and his micro really shines. That early to mid game, it's real shaky, but once he gets going, it's a strong player.
Just asked him if he wants to do a winner view. Quick winner view. That was a good game. I thought Sythren was thought he was in a lot of trouble. Till that.
We shall have revenge. Research finished.
I guess getting this mid camp was kind of a big deal.
Our warriors
Huge amount of EXP. Bash's inexperience comes through a little bit. With that, I'm going to have to tune out and go help some people with their move. I'll see
Alright.
you later.
Later, Pez. Thanks for hanging out. Alright, guys. We have a winner interview coming up. That was wonderful, Paz. Hello, Sythren.
Hello, how's it going?
Congratulations on your win. That was terribly exciting to watch. All 3 games, very close.
I don't think game 1 was close at all, if I'm being honest.
All 2 games, very close.
Oh my god.
But you brought it back. How do you feel?
Well, I kind of had a pop-off moment, and you guys would have been happy with it. I was like, let's fucking go! Ran outside, told all my housemates, fuck them, and to go fuck themselves, and then came back and did the winter review.
Oh, nice, dude. You had the good old Cruncherverse defeats Hitman. Honestly,
Yeah.
I feel that
was-
vibe right now.
It was nothing against Bash, though. That guy's an awesome human being.
Yeah. No, he's a solid Blade player.
Yeah, holy shit.
So how did you have a game plan going in?
Going into game 1 or just into the series?
Into
or...
the series, but also game 1.
Yeah, so game 1, I've been practicing the Rukio style, which is like just the Mass Dryad. DH Naga, Mass Dryad. The whole week, basically. And then I get into game 1, and the idea was like, if it goes well, maybe do it a second time. But basically, it was just like a switch up strat. So like, switch it up in the first game from what I've usually done. And then it didn't work at all. I got dumpstered, and I was like, all right, going back to my style.
Back to what you know. Back to the basics. Back to Warcraft.
Back to Warcraft. Went back to my style. Improvised with the panda. Improvised with having the panda as my orb carrier the entire second game, basically. Which I'm kidding. That was entirely just a mistake. But it was interesting.
Paz really liked the panda.
Tell him thank you. Is Pat still here?
I had to go help his brother move.
Oh, okay.
Popped off, but
Gotcha.
he's killing it. The Oceanic Cup is gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, Oceanic Cup is going to be amazing, and I hope it goes really well. So what do you want to know about Game 2 and Game 3?
So Game 3, lots of Kodo. Like what were you thinking when I actually I might have to restart. I know you kind of were at a disadvantage a bit early on. Forgot what happened.
Yeah, I lost 2 archers at my shop because he came back to hit to my shop, which I wasn't expecting him to do. So I brought the archers with me. I was going to creep it and then try and creep what was left of it, and then try and get level 3 off of maybe the Murlocs. And then he was back, and I was like, ah, crap. And it felt pretty bad, man, because like one of my archers got ensnared. One of his grunt got ensnared and almost died. And like me chasing that down into the lab camp was probably what allowed me to actually be in the game.
Yeah, that's what we were saying too. It was good that you canceled that bestiary too.
Yeah, and I saw that with his. That was actually very purposeful on my part. I saw like his base layout with my scout wisp, and I was like, okay, I got to go up and around the initial trees. I can't just go straight in.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna go for the one burrow that was right there, and it was kind of in a safe place if I went straight. And then it just so happened that the bestiary was there too, so I got the bestiary and the burrow, and I think that's what stopped the initial snowball. Not that he didn't start snowballing in general. Holy cow! But that kept me in the game up until that point, at the very least.
What were you thinking when you lost the panda? I think when the Blade Master was level 3 and he was running around, he killed your panda, and a couple minutes after, that's when I thought the game was not looking to be great in your favor.
Yeah, it was exactly like you said. Like I was just trying to get solo panda experience, and then I look up because I was like trying to do something at the shop, and I look up and my panda's almost dead. I'm like, what the hell? And then he dies, and I'm like, ah, shit. So then I kind of had to start improvising a little bit. Had to creep a lot with both the DH and the panda, which I know is a mistake, but it's the only way I felt comfortable with any creeping. So I just went and did that, and then started fighting. And once I saw the first Kodo, I knew what it was going to be. I knew it was going to be like mass Kodo, which actually I think plays into my hand if I can get any sort of control of the fight at any time. Because like if he eats 4 bears, and then I'm able to like slow him down and start killing things, then like it's suddenly a negative switch for him. Like I start getting population back as I kill things. But it does take me controlling the fight. So I felt comfortable with that until like everything died, except for the panda at like 2 HP.
Yeah, it was very, very awesome game. I think in Game 2, look at the game. How do you feel being champion?
Feels all right. Feels good. I honestly wouldn't have minded it if Bash had won, because I like Bash a lot. Like I said, he's a really good guy. But it does feel good, especially winning twice in a row. Last season, I was also the leader of my group, or first in my group. So hopefully, I can take that to next season and have a 3-peat.
Group D.
Group D, baby. Coming for you, Lucker, you piece of shit.
Here it is.
Yeah, what do you want to know about game 2?
I just want to watch it a little bit. I don't forget what happened.
That's
I
fine.
know you won. Oh, I remember. This is what. So the Ancient of War creep
Yeah.
didn't go so great,
No, it didn't, but I was able to
but
get
you
the
recovered.
I was able to get level 2, and with Merc access, I didn't feel out of the game. It was still bad because I couldn't get my archers, but I had stronger Mercs at the very least. So I felt
Yeah.
comfortable there. And then I went and got his Mercs too.
Paz
And I was like, okay.
was really critical of but it ended up working out. He was critical of this push where went to. Oh, this is fine. This is awesome. Well, not awesome. It was okay. Then you went straight back, and you like kind of lucked out here. I feel like.
I think his base build helped me in that, or his base layout helped me in that situation because I was able to get like one breath of fire that canceled like 3 or 4 salves, and then I was like, all right, I just cost him 150 gold or 200 gold. I'm out. And if I knew that if I stayed around, because I saw the bestiary queuing stuff up, so I knew that if I stuck around, I was gonna lose everything and just lose the game right there. So I was like, I'm outie. I'm gonna go creep. He'll probably feel comfortable creeping as well. And I killed his shop, so he'll feel like he has to creep with his Blade Master because he won't be able to heal everything up and fight everything with only his Shadow Hunter. So that was my thought process.
I feel like this is a critical moment though, because if you take these, I don't know if you're watching Mission.
I'm not. 1 second. Yeah, share screen.
Fuck. Can I share? Oh
Yeah,
yes.
I'll just tune in. I'll just tune in.
More importantly, the female demon hunter.
Oh, do you have the female Demon Hunter? I have the male Demon Hunter.
You're playing on the female one.
Mm-mm. Can you see?
Oh,
do
is
I
this
need to
because
send you
I
the-
have it on?
Yeah, it's because you have it on.
Bruh.
Observers always get their
I
gender
didn't know
preference.
that. Anywho, if you take this fight right here without the creeps, like I don't
Yeah,
think
I'd probably lose.
this is very much in your favor.
No, it's not. But I at least have
Look at
decent
this.
heroes.
Look at this. This is like so unlucky. Like he just started it.
It's a little bit. I feel a little bit more comfortable than I think it's letting on though, because I do have the Beast Scroll, and that on the Berserkers is crazy.
True.
And
true.
on the DH and Panda. I accidentally abolished my Panda instead of abolishing the DH of Hex, and then I was like, crap. But a little bit of hero target forces out the Shadow Hunter, and then he doesn't have items, so I can just push kind of into it.
Yeah, I mean, getting that damage off and then killing the shop is like can be very much GG for the orc. Being in
Yeah,
that position many times.
And like, let's count how many salves he has to I cancel with the Breath of Fire. He's got 3 on right now, I believe. And then one.
Great last fight too.
Yeah, that last fight I was shitting bricks the entire time. Was not feeling comfortable until the very, very absolute end of that game. Being like right now. Especially because like I kind of messed up, not just with the positioning of my ranged, but I kind of fixed that, and then I mess up by the bears are still attacking buildings for a second. Like right here. That's so much damage.
Yeah, watching you play a bit. You know how we were hanging out in voice yesterday, and now like Pez is yelling at me. He was like, "Attack move, attack move, attack move."
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I think in one of the other games you were like, you had your bears right clicked, and I was like, all right, I get it.
They were actually attack moved onto the barracks, but then they wouldn't cancel that. And it was like, crap.
Anyhow, thank you for coming on, System. Thank you for winning.
Yeah, no problem. I did it for myself.
Did it for yourself.
And did it for Paz too. I definitely did it for Paz.
What are you gonna do with that extra $10?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even do it for the $10. Yeah.
But now you have it.
But now I have it. I might just sit on it. Make a little nest egg, invest it in
Yeah.
crypto. Straight to
Nah,
Doge.
You gotta find the next thing now. You gotta invest it
Mhm.
into.
But what if I invest in the old thing and it goes wild again? Then I'm
Sure.
a genius twice. Because I said, fuck the system. I'm not finding something new. I like the stock. You know what I mean?
There you have it. Dogecoin millionaire Sythren. Funded by Washed Up League. Finals.
Awesome. Well, thanks for casting it, BMR. Have a good night, dude.
Later, bro. Well, that was certainly exciting. I never know. I think I've lucked out with a lot of these casts. Kaz's casting was amazing. You never know if a game is gonna be like kind of a quick 2-0 or more exciting situation. Pokey, thank you for the raid. How's everyone? Try not to talk. Oh, I should stop recording.